Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday lunchtime live video. Coming here, just taking a little break in between the work, and I felt sharing some things with you and helping you out a little bit to estimate where you are. And it is somewhat a reflection of what we are working on with some of my clients. And it is always exciting to make a discovery about your own self, about your personality. Um, excuse me, about where you are at, because very often we convinced about patterns of our behavior that we are on certain paths, and actually we come out at a different path or with a different attitude to others. It's not a bad idea sometimes to get an opinion. Some of you guys think, well, I'm a smart guy, I need no third opinion, or no consultants or whatever, and that is fine. But remember that you can only benefit when you ask and talk to other people, because when you talk to other people, very often you speaking to yourself. Something else opens up inside of you, and you can get an answer. And today I had a session with somebody who was convinced that he was coming up in a masculine way, that he was great at pursuing the lady. We're talking about Ukrainian women, but really it can apply anywhere in the world. So he was convinced that everything he's doing right. He's been masculine, he's pursuing, he's confident. But when we took a look at his strategies or his attitude, it was clear that a lot of things that he was doing were really coming out as more of a desperate way, or needy way, without him even realizing that. So, what I would like to share with you today, sometimes you have to make a self check. Sometimes you have to ask for an opinion. Sometimes there are differences in cultures, and you do need some help to understand what's going on and where you stand. So, what is the difference really between pursuing and being needy? And some of you guys who've been following my videos, you know that Ukrainian culture, Russian culture, Slavic culture, post USSR uh, ladies are a little bit different than in US. So a lot of times Ukrainian and Russian women, they actually expect more leadership and um, stronger leadership and a little bit more defined masculine ways, because they want men to take in charge. But still there is common sense, and that you should use. There is still common sense. I need some fresh air. It's warm. So, and what is that? What is that common sense? So let's talk about a little bit about this today. We have Tech Affect on the call, and he's saying that exactly what is going on and where do I stand. Well, I'm glad that this topic resonates with you too, and I know you are in Ukraine right now. If you would like to connect with me in person and find a way to effectively resolve your situation, you're welcome to do that. Hello, Bob. Hello, Lawrence. So let's get into it. One of the things is, when you are desperate, needy, and not confident, is when you are not being logical. You find excuses to explain somebody's behavior. You are being weak in terms of you place that person in the middle of your entire existence, and everything you do depends on them. It's almost like you emotionally committing to them before they ever committed to you, and you try to take your life decisions based on somebody who is not even responding. That is, weak, and this is just not even common sense. But you feel that, or I'm gonna be loyal to this person because I'm giving them a chance. You are loyal to the people that already prove themselves to you, and you have history with them. That is a different thing. I'm not advising to, doing something that can be inappropriate. But what I'm trying to say is there is this thing that is very important, thing called self-respect. And when somebody is now responding, when somebody is flaking off, or finding excuses, and you try to cover up those excuses, you're trying to give them more and more chances, your value and your attraction in their eyes goes right down, because they realize that you don't value yourself at all, and you do not look and try to, you don't look for a feedback. You're not trying to feel them. You just listen. You know how sometimes people tell you regular phrases, but you actually know what they mean. What they mean. Like, for example, somebody tells you, yeah, yeah, we should definitely hang out. But this is really means that, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything because there is no particular day, no particular plan. So that hangout will probably not happen. It might take 10 years. I'm just trying to bring some logic. Ukrainian women expect a little bit more leadership once again, and a little bit muscular way from men. But if they are not showing up the way that make you feel that you can build things up, you have to keep going, and you can't, that needy vibe that you create, shortly speaking, to focus on this one person, and suffocate them. And also, once again, you come out like you don't have any other options. Before you are officially in a relationship, you have options. And that's another thing. When you act like they're your last option, this is where bad things happen. It's equal for men and women. And unfortunately, we do that sometimes because we don't even realize that, we are doing it. And with men, you just becoming boring, because she knows no matter when she calls you, you're gonna pick up the phone. She knows that you sit there and you waiting for that call, or if she doesn't respond you send her 100 messages. So because you don't know what's going on, this is all the parts of being needy. And I think it's kind of, I guess it's kind of universal thing when you keep bombarding people with your messages because you're insecure. There are many ways to deal with that, but you do have to get alive and put yourself first. In terms of, if somebody is not sure, you gotta be sure what you doing with your day. You gotta detach yourself from the outcome. Very often when we meet somebody who is really, wonderful, different, we kind of really think that would be a wonderful match. The you some and some people, who date internationally, they look at the distance and circumstances and age. So they really too much connect themselves to the outcome. For example, you travel to Ukraine and you're like, okay, I have to meet her. We should be doing this and that, because I'm spending all this money. And when you are attached to that outcome, that from for your first Ukrainian trip, you're gonna find the love of your life, or first trip to Russia, you're gonna find the love of your life. You're really setting yourself for failure, because you're gonna see things that do not even exist as her commitment, and you will start to commit and coming out as needy, because you will think, okay, this must be happening. Imagine what's going to happen if this, she will reject you, or another lady reject you. Nothing gonna happen. You're gonna be fine. You have to realize, number one, that you were living somehow all these years, and you can perfectly live. You can perfectly live. You're not gonna die. So you okay, I'm gonna say the easiest example of this. When you go into exciting movie, you wanted to watch this movie, you're so excited. Are you actually going fast? Are you trying to fast forward the movie, and you want to know the ending, or you just really enjoying the journey, and you trying to learn, and you trying to, you just having a great ride. There are ups and downs, and it's a roller coaster, but it's a journey. If you have a great book, um I have a book, but this book is not about, it's not like a novel, but sometimes when you have a great book, and do you really go on the, if you have an exciting novel that you always wanted to read, do you go at the very end of the novel and read the ending? It's not gonna be fun to read that book. Thank you. So that's all. We all human beings. We gotta have plans. You gotta have plans. The lady has to have plans. But we have to realize that life is an exciting journey. We gotta do the most of our day. And I'm here today to, give you some daily love, give you some daily support, and you can't just leave when it's Christmas time, or you can't just leave when you're out on a date. You can't just leave when you on a vacation, or when you are after 6 p.m., after you're out of your office. So that's all I wanted to say. Sometimes you have to self-check and realize, and lessen a little bit that importance of that particular person, because you only gonna put things in a wrong direction, and it's possible that this is not the right one. And you have to remember that world is full of choices. You have options. That's what I'm trying to say. She's probably not the only one, and you're not the only one for her, so maybe you're just not the right one. But the confidence is important. So once again, the difference between being confident and pursuing somebody and being needy is when you're not getting a response at all, when you keep getting ignored, or you get very slow interest after a while. You have to stop and rethink it and consider doing something else, because it's not masculine to pursue somebody who just doesn't want you in the first place. When you can do that assessment based on people's action, on ladies' action in this case, you can free yourself and have time to, get yourself back together and introduce yourself to the world, to more opportunities. I am warm. This is so unusual. Spring in Michigan for sure. So, yes, when you keep doing the same thing and you expecting a different result, maybe you pursuing the wrong lady. You have to remember about self-respect. As far as I understand, men, respect means sometimes to men more than love. You have to be able to respect yourself. It's okay to be a leader. It's okay to initiate. It's okay to be an initiator, a provider, being generous. But when you see that the person just is not responding to you, there is no point of being mad at them or whatever. They just their energy shifted somewhere else. They might be in love with somebody else. A lot of you guys presume that if woman was single for some years, that she didn't have nobody. Trust me, women always are either in love with somebody or getting over somebody. This is just how we are. We are very if you hadn't seen somebody for a year or a couple months or whatever, they might have other relationships going on. They might have other interests. Once again, a lot of you think that, oh, she's been single for 8 years. Well, she was single for 8 years. She might have another, she might have a lot of emotional connections during that time, and she probably had relationships. But if she is smart, she will not going to share with you, because you don't need that, and it's not important. Whether she's interested in you or not, she's not gonna go and tell you about every single guy she connected with. This is one of the major mistakes you guys do when you say, well, um she's been single for a while. Women will never, smart women will never tell you the real number of their admirers. And now with social media, you meet people sometimes online, and you connect with them and all of that. So just understand that you cannot presume and assume things. And whatever history they have, if they now responding, it means they are not emotionally available for you. Okay, it means that they're not into you. You're wasting your time. That's all. Wow, I see a lot of participation there, so I'm gonna comment a little bit on that. Tech Effect is saying, Veronica, is it even possible to win a Ukrainian lady back? Do you mean that she dumped you? That's what you're saying? Uh, guys, someone announced something. I'm gonna have I am considering of creating a group. That's gonna be Level Up Group for Men. Level Up Group for Men is to prepare a date and be an interesting guys that have his life together for a foreign woman. Um, that will include a lot of things. Anything from from cluttering your house to working out to eating right, to understand psychology and read some basic books, and to not be needy, and to not ask me questions how to get somebody back. You know why? Because does that question sound confident or needy? That is a very needy question, and I'm not trying to criticize you. I like bringing the real life situation, right? Oh, great, she did not block you. Oh my gosh, you should throw a party. So, Tech Effect, I don't know what the hell is going on with you. You can find my email under the videos if you want my help. I can email consult you. But whatever you're doing is not working, and it's only going to get worse because you are there, and she is. She's definitely you're definitely not having the right strategy just by your questions and comments. I can tell, and that's once again, thank you for understanding. I'm not trying to I'm trying to help. That's why I take time of my day, guys, to come out and talk to you. So that's what it is. When you have when you have a situation when women do not respond to you or do not call you back or not show up on your dates, this is something that you have to learn some basics how to deal with that and have the right strategy. So yeah, no, you don't need to wait. You got it all wrong. You got it all wrong. Are you still in Ukraine? In sitting in your, are you still in Ukraine and sitting in your in your hotel? I hope not. I hope you're not sitting in your hotel. So I'm gonna once again make a special announcement for that, but I'm considering and I'm inviting you to join my Level Up group. um Level Up group is going to be about accountability and what you're doing with your life, and learning some stuff and getting yourself together. You mentioned something about being successful but dressing up casually, which is already a bad sign. If you want to be successful, you see, guys, I'm not coming here to tell you something that is exception or might happen. I'm telling you what happens in the 90% of the time. I don't go by exceptions, I go by majority and proven result. So there are some changes you gotta be doing if you want to evolve and have a higher caliber woman, which most European women are higher caliber. Guys, I cannot tell you this. I live in Michigan, but even when I travel all around US and I see what I see women that completely forgot what is to be a woman, and completely give up on themselves. Or when I see beautiful women in US, a lot of times they have a lot of attitude and they treat you below zero. So you have to level up in order to match and in order to understand women's psychology. So you won't be the one that's not getting reply. You won't be the one that's not getting a reply and thinking about replying. Take effort in your situation. I don't understand why you even bringing up her name or whatever. You just wasting your time. You just doing something absolutely insane. I don't know how you look like. I don't know. You know, it's great that she's in your heart, but are you in her heart? You are not giving up. You being needy, and that will never get her back. You know what would get her back? The opposite of your behavior. And I'm not gonna give too much more information here, because it's a whole video of its own. But I can see that you're not getting it. How old are you? Did you say that you were 29? Well, especially if you're a good looking guy, you just setting yourself for a failure right now, emotional and mental and physical, when you can be making friends and having fun. Okay, 41. Okay, so I mean, you're doing so you know what, it's up to you if you want to connect with me. But if you keep doing this, in about 5 years I will make this video, you'll be the same in the same hotel room waiting for another girl. That's just how it is. It's not that women are bad and it's not that men are bad, but there are certain things that you gotta understand, and you can't let anybody put you on hold and waste your time, because our time is no guarantee. Is no guarantee, and you just sitting there and waiting. The thing is, when you're waiting for somebody, that person feels it, so their respect for you and their desire to see you goes up to zero. When they know you have a lot more going on in life, they are calling you and trying to get you to reply their messages. And I'm not talking about some fake business or fake games. I'm talking about just life. When you don't find your company interesting and you're not doing enough with your life, people just not interested in you. Well, I'm not saying that you should not give you a chance to you and that lady. What I'm saying is that but by doing what you're doing, you won't have any chance with her. Um, by what you're doing and your approach to it, even if she would knock on your door, that's probably, first of all, it's not gonna happen. Secondly, is you won't have any chance if you keep writing her and sitting there. And the more you sit there and not meeting anybody else and just talking to people, I'm not saying engaging and getting married, and which is, whatever. The more you sit there, the bigger her image, the more important and the more beautiful she will look. The more attached you get. Every single hour you sit there and just glorify her image and look at her phone and hope that there is that message. Believe me, we all been there. How do you think I know this? How do you go from waiting to messages to have abundance of men or women and choices? You go from understanding some important things and changing your strategy. So you just have to rethink. I'm absolutely not saying it's impossible for her and you to be together. I don't even know you. I don't even know her. But what I'm saying, obviously what you've been doing so far is not working. And the more you're doing what you're doing, the more the chances are gonna be slimmer and slimmer. I want to tell you something from my experience when I was a teenager and I would go out with the guys. Of course, out of all the guys, I would like the guys that I was not sure how he felt about me. But that was just simply dating, because at 19 years old, I wasn't thinking about anything else. So, what would happen? I would come home, I get messages, texts from everybody else, but not from this guy. And I'm like, dang, I really want to go with this one. But then I decide to just leave my phone at home and go have fun. Go talk to other people, go take some rides, we had amusement park, just go have fun. And guess what? By the time I come back home and I had all fun, I even forget about that person because I focused on somebody else, somebody who actually wanted to see me, and somebody who want to have fun and just go out and enjoy. So I come back home and on my phone, I probably have 3 messages and 2 missed phone calls. Yes, he was late, you know. But guess what? If I would sit there and wait for it, it would never happen. When you sit and look at the phone, if you just sit and look at your phone, it will never ring. It never rings. So it can just drive you crazy, and you gotta put certain value on yourself. You said you're not a beta male. Well, this is what you're doing. I'm not saying you are a beta male, but this is a beta male behavior. I'm just saying it from the perspective to give you an idea, because I had a client today that I was consulting, had a similar issue, and he realized that he got it all wrong. So, you know, as a woman, as a young girl, when I was 19, if I would keep sitting there in my room and wait till this one guy out of other 10 guys that wanted to go with me finally get back to me, it was Sunday. It was Sunday, actually, remember, one of those things. And I'm just like, do I sit here and wait till he calls me, or do I go out and have fun? You go out and have fun, and then he calls you. That's all. Take effort. Once again, I'm not saying that I'm not giving any characteristic to your personality, because I don't know you. But sitting and waiting for a girl who's ignoring you is a beta male behavior. I'm still okay. Text, thanks. It's okay to it's okay to make mistakes, and there are many good books I recommend. I had a lot of choices. All the girls, okay, Tech effect. All the girls, they have tons of choices, even in Ukraine. Even though in Ukraine there is more, um, supposedly more women than men, but trust me, if you are a beautiful, bright woman, you have a ton of choices. So it's not, it wasn't just me having so many options. Many girls had a ton and ton of options, and it was about, um, it was about socializing and having fun. It was not about getting married at 19, you know. Tech, that is true. You know, women around 30 years old, they're thinking about the future, so as men do as well. But in order to her to look at you seriously, you have to come in a strong and confident way and not in a needy way. So, uh, once again, I'm not talking about you, it's just for everybody. Yes, women are looking for somebody serious and somebody, who can take care of things, but when they see the weakness, when they see the attachment, they realize this guy can handle things. So, no, I can't start my car engine. But actually, no, I can't because I have to go. So I'll do just for you, whoever that was. So, guys, let me know if you would be interested in, to join in my level up group, because you know what, I'm making these videos, but I don't think that is enough. I don't think that the videos, uh, answering questions randomly like this is going to help you. I also, know that a lot of you need all kinds of support. You know, the appearance, the clothes, the understanding how to put value on yourself. So the woman is responsive and she initiates, and she not flaking off. She's showing up, because the standards are very, very, different. The standards are so different. You know, I look at the women that go around, uh, not to mention, in not saying that everybody is like this, but the way women are going to the store here, I don't even go to my basement looking like that. So the difference and demands are, it's just big. You know, you can be a very handsome guy, but if you're wearing the old, if you're wearing, you know, a worn out clothes, or clothes that doesn't match, or clothes that doesn't fit you, you know, you gotta figure out some stuff. If she will come to your home and your home is nothing but clutter, you know, it's all, the cool thing about this, that you gotta do these things, you know, regardless if you're looking to change your life or not. So I am kind of brewing the idea of a level up group. We had a VIP club for 2 years almost, and it was great. Now we're gonna do, they call it the VIP club, maybe once a month. um, it's basically like a social catch-up group. If you want to be a member of it, contact me and I'll tell you, you know, what it is. But to be real productive and to, have some goals and have accountability, that is what's important. Because if you are, you know, let's say you want to start going to the gym and work out 5 times a week or 3 to 5 times, if you don't have nobody to ask you, hey, how many times have you been to the gym this week? Hey, did you look through your, closet, and did you throw away those all that ugly clothes? When nobody tells you that, when you don't have that accountability partner, it's probably not going to happen. Another thing, sometimes you need to learn stuff about, psychology. So you never ask a question, you know, how do I get her back, how do I win her back, or, you know, how I make you interested, because you will have enough of knowledge to understand, either to get you interested, or maybe she is the wrong person for you, so you can get, somebody better, that a good fit, that fits your personality, you know. I am real tech affect. I observe people and I know how it is. Oh my god. My favorite. So guys, Billy Joel and I wish you a wonderful afternoon. If you have questions, comments,